Okay, we're on page 212. And again, sorry about my messy book. That just means I've written in it and loved it and worked really hard with it with lots of different students. So I hope your book is starting to look a little bit messy and well used as well. So here we have a concept map. So this is a way of presenting ideas. Concept is another word for an idea. So it shows us how the ideas are connected to each other. So at the top we have the impacts, the effects of language loss. And it gives us two different chains right here. So what happens when somebody loses their native language? It reduces the linguistic diversity in the world. So what kind of diversity? Linguistic diversity. So we have fewer languages and they are more similar. Okay, and what kind of loss? These are some examples. Concept of numbers in the Piraha language. There are no words for numbers in the language. Okay, they just use few or many. Concepts of color, for example, in the Kandoshi language. For example, e.g. means for example. There is one word for shades of green, blue, and purple, but a different word for dark green. So this is the kind of diversity that we lose. These are two examples, and this is the main idea. Okay, main idea here. We not only have a loss of linguistic diversity, we have a loss of knowledge and skills. So then skills, there's an example here, and knowledge, there's an example there. So what kind of knowledge do we lose? Well, for example, remember the yellow is the example, and the green is the main idea. The Seri in Mexico know a lot about desert plants. Make sure you write desert, not dessert. Right? Dessert is ice cream and cake. Desert is a hot, dry place. Excuse me. And examples of skills that we might lose. Some sailors in Micronesia are able to navigate the seas without maps or modern equipment. Okay, part E. Find and underline the predictions. We worked on this last week. Will, might, and may. So we are looking for a certain prediction, something we know will happen. So in paragraph B, will disappear. Nearly half of the world's current languages will disappear. Will, future tense, is very strong. Okay, that's almost 100% certainty, strong certainty. A less certain prediction. Okay, in paragraph F, we have might. And again, I highlighted it. There are only 650 to 1,000 Seri speakers, so by losing the language, we might lose important scientific knowledge. We don't know. Maybe. We're not sure. Do they have scientific knowledge? We don't know. We need to find out more. We might. It's possible. So this is less sure. Might. And then G is may. So over here, again, we may lose knowledge about plants. Again, we don't know. We don't have the knowledge. We can't decide whether it will happen or it won't happen. We need more information, but it is possible. We may. So this is a less certain prediction. Okay, F, you have to decide. There's really your opinion. We're going to have a lesson today when we meet about arguments and counter arguments. This is when you argue one thing, but there's also an opposite point of view when you're arguing two different things and you have to decide which is the strongest argument. But you want to mention both of them when you're writing your essay or when you're speaking to give balance to your argument. So you can have an opinion, but you're still going to mention the opposite argument. So, can you think of any other counter arguments? The writer makes an argument in favor of saving disappearing languages, right? The author wants to save languages. Which of the counter arguments, so maybe somebody disagrees, maybe you disagree. These are all reasons why somebody might disagree and say, no, we shouldn't focus on saving disappearing languages. It's not important. And these are 3 reasons why they might. So take some time to read and decide which one you think is most important. Congratulations, you finished the questions.